If you spent over $1,000 on a television in the last 3 years, there is a setting on it right now that is actively making every film you watch look worse, not slightly worse. Noticeably, immediately, infuriatingly worse, and you may have been living with it since the day you brought the television home without knowing what was wrong. Every filmmaker in Hollywood has been asking you to fix it for 20 years. They have sent letters. They have posted on social media. Christopher Nolan and Paul Thomas Anderson went directly to television manufacturers through the Directors Guild of America and the UD Alliance. Martin Scorsese, Ryan Coogler, Patty Jenkins, Rian Johnson, they all signed on. The frustration got so severe that the industry built an entirely new certification standard to fix the problem automatically. And still, right now, the setting is on in your living room. On by default. The way it shipped. The way the manufacturer wanted it. This video is 30 seconds of your time to fix it. And the picture difference is not subtle. Subscribe first, because next week I am covering a topic this channel has received more direct questions about than any other subject in this series. Details at the end. And here is the comment question. Drop the brand of your television and your reaction after you turn this off. Because the home theater community has been documenting that reaction for years, and it is always the same. Immediate, unmistakable, and slightly infuriating that it was on in the first place. The setting is called motion smoothing. Your television almost certainly has it. It is almost certainly on. Here is what it does and why every serious filmmaker hates it. Movies are shot at 24 frames per second. That is the frame rate that gives film its characteristic weight, the slight motion blur on fast pans, the texture of movement that audiences have associated with cinema for a century. Television panels, however, refresh either 60 or 120 times per second. That gap between 24 frames of content and a 120 Hz panel creates what engineers call judder, a slight stutter visible on slow horizontal camera movements. Motion smoothing is the manufacturer's solution. The television's processor analyzes each pair of real frames and generates artificial frames to insert between them, filling the gap and eliminating the judder. The frame rate your eyes see goes from 24 up to 60 or 120. The motion becomes completely fluid, and it looks wrong. Deeply, immediately, unmistakably wrong. The technical term is frame interpolation. The name that stuck in the film industry is the soap opera effect. Movement that was graded, lit, and shot to feel cinematic suddenly looks like footage from a behind-the-scenes making of video shot on a consumer camera. Actors on a meticulously designed set start to look like they are standing in front of a green screen at a local television studio. The weight and intention of every camera move disappears. A film that cost $100 million to photograph looks like it was recorded at a community theater. And it is happening on the television you paid $1,000 for. Home theater reviewers who have documented the before and after reaction consistently describe the same experience. Viewers who turn this off for the first time are immediately struck by how different the picture looks, and then quietly angry that it was on for years without their knowledge. Here is why manufacturers leave it on, and why this is a deliberate decision, not an oversight. Walk into a Best Buy or a Costco and look at the televisions on the showroom floor. The content playing is almost always sports, football, basketball, something with fast motion under bright lights. For that specific use case, motion smoothing is genuinely useful. Sports content is shot at 60 frames per second, not 24. There is no cinematic judder to worry about, and the extra processing makes fast-moving content appear crisp and sharp under fluorescent retail lighting. The television with motion smoothing on looks better in that comparison. It wins the side-by-side on the showroom floor. That is the moment the purchase decision is made, and manufacturers know it. The purchase that happens in the store is the only purchase that matters to them. What happens in your living room 6 months later when you sit down to watch a film and something feels wrong but you cannot identify what? That is your problem, not theirs. The television is already bought. Flashfilm described it directly when covering the Filmmaker campaign against this setting. The average consumer may take a new television home, notice something slightly off about the picture quality, shrug their shoulders, and go on with their lives. That is the outcome the manufacturer is comfortable with. The setting is not on because it makes your living room look better. It is on because it made the store display look better on the day you walked in. The Filmmaker response to this is worth understanding because it did not stop at complaints. It produced a concrete technical standard. In 2018, Christopher Nolan and Paul Thomas Anderson sent a letter through the DGUI Creative Rights Committee to every DGUI member, followed by direct outreach to television manufacturers via the UD Alliance. The letter, co-signed by Nolan as committee co-chair, described the problem in plain terms. Many filmmakers had seen their work appear on television looking different from the way they actually finished it. The campaign that followed produced Filmmaker Mode, a certification standard developed by the UD Alliance with input from Nolan, Scorsese, Coogler, Jenkins, Johnson, and Anderson. When Filmmaker Mode is active on a certified television and the content supports it, the television automatically disables motion smoothing, locks the frame rate to match the original content, sets correct color temperature, and disables other forms of picture processing that alter the director's intent. Nolan described what the standard was meant to accomplish, ensuring that home viewers see the work presented as closely as possible to the original creative intention, respecting frame rate, aspect ratio, color, and contrast as encoded in the actual media. ELG, Samsung, Vizio, Hisense, TCL, and others have certified Filmmaker Mode on select models. Netflix and Apple TV Plus both support automatic triggering of Filmmaker Mode on certified televisions, meaning when you watch a Netflix original or an Apple TV Plus film on a supported set, the television can switch automatically to director intended settings for that content without you having to remember to adjust anything. The fact that the industry had to build an entire certification standard to address a single default setting tells you everything you need to know about how seriously manufacturers were taking the feedback before the campaign began. So here is where things stand. You paid for a television. The manufacturer optimized its default settings for a showroom demo, not your living room. Filmmakers spent years campaigning to fix it, built a technical standard to address it, and the setting is still on. The fix takes 30 seconds. Here it is by brand. Menu paths shift with firmware updates. If a setting is not exactly where described, search your brand name plus turn off motion smoothing for the current path. Samsung. Press Home, go to Settings, then Picture, then Expert Settings. Find Auto Motion Plus. That is Samsung's name for motion smoothing. Set it to off. If you prefer custom, set both blur reduction and judder reduction to 0. ELG. Press Settings, go to Picture, then Picture Mode Settings, then Picture Options. Find TruMotion and set it to off. The cinematic movement option is a middle ground if you want to preserve film judder while reducing blur on live content, but off is the clean solution for movie watching. Sony. Go to Settings, then Display and Sound, then Picture. Find Motionflow and set it to off. On older Android TV Sony models, the path may be Settings, then Picture, then Advanced Settings, then Motionflow. TC Narku Full. Press the asterisk button on your remote while content is playing, or go to Settings, then Picture, then Advanced Picture Settings. Look for Action Smoothing, not Motion Rate, which is the marketing number printed on the box, not a menu setting, and set it to off. Hisense. Hisense requires 2 separate steps. Go to Settings, then Picture, then Advanced. Disable Motion Enhancement. Then also disable Motion Clearness. That is a second independent interpolation feature. Turning off only one leaves partial smoothing active. Both need to go. Vizio. Press Menu, go to Picture, then Advanced Picture. Find Smooth Motion Effect and set it to off. On some newer Vizio firmware, this may appear under Picture, then Advanced Picture, then Reduce Motion Blur. One additional step worth taking, if your model has Filmmaker Mode in the Settings menu, enable it. It does not conflict with the manual steps above. It adds an automatic trigger that engages the correct picture settings whenever compatible content begins playing. Consumer Reports confirmed Filmmaker Mode is available on sets from LG, Samsung, Hisense, TCL, Vizio, Panasonic, and others. If it is available on your television, it is the most reliable long-term fix because it operates at the content level rather than relying on a one-time setting that a firmware update can reset. Here is the verdict in one sentence. Motion smoothing is the most damaging default setting on your television. It costs nothing to turn off, it does not affect any feature you actually use, and it gives every film you watch back the picture the director spent $100 million to create. Before you close this video, 3 checks. First, go to your picture settings right now and find the motion setting. If it is not labeled off, it is on, and it has been on since setup. Second, after any firmware update, recheck it. Manufacturers can reset picture settings as part of software updates, and motion smoothing is one of the first to come back. Third, if you watch sports regularly, do not turn this off globally. Use a custom setting that disables judder reduction while leaving blur reduction active. The setting that damages film is judder reduction on 24 FPS content. Sports at 60 FPS is a different situation, and the processing is genuinely useful there. Drop the brand and your reaction in the comments. Subscribe because next week I am covering a topic this channel has received more direct questions about than any other subject in this series. Details next week.